And we're live. Hello everyone, this is the Ninja DC, joining again for another React video. This time for Star vs. Force of Evil, Season 3, Episode 17. I'm getting really weird mixed, I'm getting mixed, thoughts about which episode this technically is from different Wikipedia's, sources. Anyway, this one at least is the first one is a butterfly trap, so it's that episode. All right, joining me again is Girls.
Okay, welcome to the 8-Bit Reactor Show with your host, Derek! He was just a fine little lad. He was a Fluttershy fan until what the heck was going on with Fluttershy 3 in Season 6 and 7. And now he's going in with a bunch of his amigos, basically reacting to multiple episodes of My Little Pony, Star Versus, Voltron, and a whole lot more. So welcome to the main cast!
Riveting.
Following up as normal, Jenn.
Why do I always have to follow it? Everybody knows how to know by now. I never have anything planned for this. Oh well. Well, hello everybody. This is Jenn. We're ready for the butterfly effect. I mean, wait a minute, wrong episode. The butterfly trap. Is that what it's called?
Yes, at least the first episode.
Anyway, ready for some Star Versus.
All right. And second?
Second opinion, step in time. Second opinion, step in time. Bend at your knees and bend at your spine. Second opinion, step in time. Hi there, everybody. Good to be back after a nice long 2-ish episode absence. Nice to be reacting with the main group again.
Yeah.
And, I seem to be taking a pessimistic turn on Star Versus as of late, but isn't that why everybody loved me? Oh, wait, they don't. Isn't that what creates interesting conflict in this group?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really true. You can't always be positive in everything.
And if you were, people would swear you're on something.
Or you're a complete suck-up.
Right, true. Or you're a robot.
Robot meant to show feelings.
That actually does. That actually does remind me of my joke I always say is you can tell an episode's bad on you can tell we watched a bad episode of MLP when the comments about the episode no one says this is the best episode ever. That's when you know the episode is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, second, I should hire you to figure out a catchphrase for me, because that step in time, and I was like, dude, that takes me back.
Memories.
That was ingenious right there.
Jenn, she's the best in general.
I love it.
She's the best in general. That's Jenn. Jenn, best in general. She's gonna be the Jenn's best in general.
Okay, Carlos. I'm also hiring you for my cheerleading squad. I hope you like pom poms.
I don't care because gender equality is for suckers. Pom pom for life.
Oh my god. Woo-wee.
That's what pops up with both genders eternally trying to get the best of each.
Pretty much.
All right. With that said, are you all ready for Star?
We're ready for some Star Butterfly.
Now I want to talk about absolutely nothing some more.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Press play and
screen.
All right. Everyone press. Okay. Everyone got it up?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go.
Everybody!
Get a little wind, gonna get a little wild.
I'm in from around here. I'm from another. Yeah!
We talking what?
We're talking rainbow. We're talking puppies. It's gonna get a little wet. Gonna get a little wild. I am from around here. I'm from another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, they have like a little
Mhm.
memorial picture.
Well, suddenly we're getting to this.
Hey! It's a fear security guard.
I'm just curious, what's everyone's time at?
Dollar
107,
108.
8, 9, 10.
11, 12,
All right.
13.
All right. It was just a few seconds ahead.
Eclipso is not totally carefree.
I love him. It's like Happy Tree Friends decide to make a
Reminds me
cameo
of like a
appearance in
Ren
the
and
series.
Stumpy. Not Ren and
Ren and
Stumpy.
Stimpy.
Ren and
Ren
Stimpy.
and Stumpy. Yeah.
Romulus. Wow.
Kangaroo court.
Oh no, she's gonna snatch her weave.
Oh!
He's like, I'm ready to kill you. Queen Moon is like, I will freaking kill you.
It's time for paperwork.
Boy, I can't wait that long to die.
This is Twilight's best dream.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh.
Oh wait, is this that from that Truth episode?
Oh my god, if it is. I love Sean. Just he's like the most adorable thing ever.
Trial by box.
The box of truth. Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh. Yeah! No! No!
What?
Oh my god! Potty!
Bachelorette! Oh my god, yes!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, yes! That needs to
Okay.
become a thing. That needs to become a thing right now.
Yep, star versus memorabilia.
Yep.
This is the
Only
number
one
one
question. What if they committed more crimes than there are members?
Different poem. Different poem.
Pinky promise.
Ah, the Book of Spells.
Oh yes. Oh. Mm. Oh, oh,
Whoa!
oh,
Yeah, none of these are
This is a
confirmed as
freak!
crimes. This is still kangaroo court.
Eclipsa's a freak!
baby. Oh. Oh.
Oh dear. Yep.
Okay.
Wait, she had the occasional what?
Teenager.
She tortured the occasional teenager, but only psychologically. And they deserved it.
Ooh. Oh my god!
Damn! Not sorry. She's evil.
Nothing of no crime has been confirmed. This is
Ooh. Oh my god. Oh! Fuck.
I think they would have had common sense.
Maybe it's the ghost of Baphomet.
Star, you know the answer. Ooh.
Oh god, duplicates! Peekaboo.
Pickapoos. Political commentary.
Oh, oh my god!
So the bloodline is discontinued.
Wow. No
really.
doubt. Dang.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh, the butterfly family!
Wow.
This episode has so many like meme
Wow.
face moments.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I did say.
Oh!
But technically, her
Star,
father's
don't do
king.
anything you'll regret in the morning.
She's back in her history romp phase now. War the chords.
Chocolate sundae.
What?
Oh, we're back at Ludo's family script domain. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so some
Dimension scissors.
okay, so some Ludo sympathetic relative, maybe.
Could be.
Sibling.
It's the cat face dimension.
He's moving fast.
He's in the void. Scratch and sniff. Scratch and sniff are good.
Smells like cheese.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
And Ludo gets a little more sympathetic now.
Yep.
Why do birds have teeth?
They're not really birds, they're kappas.
They're like kappa bird fusion thing.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's bird and spider.
Well, I'm not ready to let that out of the closet yet. Didn't they have families to get to?
Aw. Thinking with turtles.
Oh dear.
Oh. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's one way to do it. Why didn't they just say the chemistry set experiment works instead of you can hit the random button and get it eventually?
Oh. Oh. Best girl.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Ludo's gone crazy. Oh my god.
This is crazy.
Ludo's lost his damn mind.
Ay. Oops. Yeah. You think Ludo would have had some more purpose if he asked to be banished like this?
Hmm.
Oh, he was trying to find himself as excuse.
Ludo's gone mad.
Yeah. It's even more than Wilson, even more than Party of One. It's like, what the heck?
Just as bad. It's just as bad as Party of One.
Ah!
Oh my god.
I thought it was gonna.
Oh my god.
Oh no, there actually exists. Oh my god, let us
What's going on?
Oh my god!
What's going on?
What?
They're parasites. No, he's not losing it. Ah! They're everywhere. Oh my god.
Break free, Dennis!
Yep.
Rip apart the parrot.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah!
Ooh. Come on and slam! And welcome
Nice.
to the jam!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh.
Say it. Say it. Close enough.
Wow. Ludo acted like an actual big brother.
Yeah.
You don't know that. Take it, Ludo.
What?
You know more about Spider than you knew about Bird. Oh God! Jesus Christ!
He's lost freaking
So
mad.
Ludo does have some more to work through.
He's gone freaking mad.
Yeah,
Well, it
this is
certainly
very
did get a
creepy.
little weird.
This is a very creepy pasta episode.
That is very creepy. This is very creepy.
The best example of creepypasta when it actually shows up in your cartoons.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it seems like he is at least on some level aware that this is not the actual them, but like this is him working through his issues.
There is a method to the madness, as some wise person would say.
We should figure out what that method is.
Yeah, because I think Ludo has like the greatest idea for working through his problems, even if it's probably like the most loony bin idea possible. It actually has some sense. God.
Going freaking mad.
It's like it kind of reminds me of like a certain episode like with like Discord or like in My Little Pony and like in the later season, which he's trying to work through like socializing, trying to get apologies and such. But this is even more psychologically crazy.
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you there. Although the first one was pretty darn cool though.
Oh, the first one was just like what we all some of us didn't expect that twist at the end, but
right.
Yeah, they kind of is like, well, historical revisionism has certainly bit Star right in the flank, essentially. Like,
yeah.
We're
not even her revisionism.
We're not even like related to the actual bloodline. Like, I think like
man, yeah.
It's like now it's like it feels like we might leave the aristocracy and might move into a different form of government for this magic society.
Right.
And or if they're going to continue with the aristocracy, that means monsters now have power.
Uh-oh. It's complete anarchy!
Anarchy!
Well, that's assuming Eclipse can go from on trial to ruling the kingdom again, just like that, which, knowing this show's logic, I wouldn't be too surprised, but, I mean, if they use actual logic, it should take a little longer than that.
Hey, if she can marry a monster, and, well, Eclipse is a freak.
Yeah. So far, it seems in the best way.
That's going to be on my mind. Eclipse is a freak.
I mean, who would argue her when it comes to psychologically torturing a teenager?
Okay, now I could probably get behind that. And ladies and gentlemen, reason number, I think 1051, why I should never become a parent, ever.
I psychologically torture teenagers all the time by hitting on their favorite episodes.
Just got schooled! And I bet it is quite fun. Watching the little brains explode as you hate on that episode of Free Eternal Summer or whatever it is.
It can be. It gets worrisome being the negative one after a while if you do it too much in a row.
Oh, you get so tiring.
Yeah. So why do you keep making me hate you, you terrible episodes?
Oh my god, if we actually made like straw mans of like every single thing that we hated about like in a certain series, it'd just be like, I will wreak my vengeance on you!
I don't know, maybe.
For Jenn, it's easy. Just create a body pillow of like Quibble Pants and just be like, do whatever you want to.
Yeah, therapeutically doing basically what Ludo's brother did, except I'm shooting with a chainsaw and a machete and
anyone make a Dr. Makaru of Quibble Pants, I will find you and burn it. I will find it and I will burn it. And then I will chant and run around with sticks.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah. Let's see. I like the whole continuity return of like the truth or death box.
Truth or death box.
Because seriously, that plot device was certainly something interesting. The fact that they were kind of like, "Who is your crush?" Is like, why isn't that one in the exact same box I went to the dumpster?
I'm thinking like Calypso. Did anyone notice that Calypso, like, she had this look like, oh, I'm gonna get him. She had this look like that she knew what she was gonna do.
Yeah,
well, I mean, she was like, yeah, they're all about to be crushed, and she's like, yeah, we're doing this. I'm not going anywhere till I know where my daughter is.
Exactly.
Well, like, that's sort of like Eclipse's default. Like, she has a very smug default expression.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
well, like, when they first kept.
Well, it almost looked more like holier than thou to me. Like, yeah, I'm going here.
Oh yeah, she was unapologetic. She wasn't sorry at all. I mean, she's like, "Are you sorry for what you done?" She's like, "No."
Well, I mean, it's like the room is closing in on them to crush them, and she's just looking at them, like trying to give them that stare to burn right through you. And
oh yeah, definitely. It's always feels like, okay, you know you can make this stop. All you gotta do is tell the truth.
I think the one that got me I think my favorite expression from her is when, like, they tell her what happened to her daughter, like, her expression of just, like, pure and utter, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, her eyes are twitching, like, it's like just a perfect expression of, like, just complete shock.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that is kind of a game changer, though. But yes, Star is not a princess.
That is very much a
on her mother's side. Remember,
right?
Her father is still a king from another kingdom.
Yeah.
Well, he married in, though. He doesn't. I mean, he never had any bloodline in the first place, did he?
Yeah, no. He wasn't like a bloodline. He just was like related to.
No, the Johannesburgs, they run it like they're kings of another kingdom that's also from Uni. It's one of those.
Well, there's some kind of like barbarian kings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
warlords. Just really.
And then also I brought up the idea that because people mentioned this, but the idea that she's not related to Eclipse. That's pretty much guaranteed. But like knowing family lines, like how she probably down the line she married into a cousin of some point of the butterflies. So the odds are she has some like butterfly blood in her.
Right. Anyway, you marrying cousin, I start hearing do.
Oh wait, that would mean that whatever baby was swapped in. And speaking of which, I have a feeling that now we're going to have to learn about who Star's actual ancestors on her mother's side are. But yeah, the baby that was swapped in, yeah, she would have had to think that she was marrying into her own bloodline for that to cross pollinate with the butterflies. So
right.
She would have had to have thought she was participating in incest. I
mean, I'm just saying, like, in general, though, like, nobility, usually you were marrying your cousin or second cousin. Or especially the higher nobility.
Be right back, guys. Be right back.
This happened. It certainly happened.
That's why.
That reminds me, nobody ever read the story of Antigone. You'll thank me. Or you won't, because then you won't know, but still, don't do it. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway,
I think one thing I have to say is like I think both these episodes were good, just in different ways. The thing is like, but there's because usually the episodes sort of go somewhat well together. These are like so divergingly in tone and style, and like they're very like divergent.
In many ways.
In many ways. It's like now we're just. It's like Romulus is like the guy who was like the first gunning in from like the mid-season like finale for season 3 is like was the first one to crack down because it's like the most simplest in mentalities, which fits with his character. But like the fact like I didn't suspect like a Hecapoo actually knew anything about it and actually believed her until it's like, you liar! I trusted you, woman.
Yeah, Romulus actually looks like the more the one with more of a conscience, at least.
It's like I don't know what to think about the ships anymore. They're going out the walls, going out the rails.
I mean, granted, I still don't think I've ever been that fond of Romulus, at least in the episodes that he motivates. Excuse me a moment. Seems I have something I have to attend to over there.
Gotcha. But like this like this definitely like brings you to questions about like questions that you wouldn't expect a Disney show to tackle, such as like a biological bloodlines or like a
Okay, I'm back.
or any sense of like sometimes even like people who do terrible things don't necessarily mean they're criminals in cases of law, which is the case for like Eclipse. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be very truthful here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Yes, I did emotionally torture the teenager. I did not eat any babies, however, like that guy seemed to randomly ask that question because all these rumors seem so easily piled
Here's
up.
the interesting thing, like I just was thinking about with that is like I was saying I did emotionally scar some teenagers. That opens up potential like avenues later down the road because remember she's been interacting with Star, so it's like she could have potentially like or some theories like oh well she was actually working with Toffee or something like that, which is like brings up the question if she did like that was like I have a feeling that line's going to be brought back where like we're going to see how she emotionally scarred some teenagers and if it's going to be like Star or Marco.
Because if so, that would be like the long con. That would be the long con.
And that could be one of those lines that was secretly evil that they just slipped past us, yeah.
I mean, that's also just the way it was worded, like where she'd worm her way out of any sort of like, basically admitting to anything bad just because the way she worded it.
I mean, yeah, it's like they're keeping it like we don't necessarily know, like, how good or bad Eclipse is, but okay. Even so, well, like I will say both of these episodes, much more interesting than the last one episode with 2-part video. Much more interesting than the last one. Better done, but even so, the more plot centric this show tries to be, the more it can't help showing that it really likes beating around the bush.
Right.
Like, I mean, it loves making excuses for a whole lot of nothing, just like I should take that back. It loves the excuse being, oh, they're just idiots. Like the council is asking a bunch of questions that determine nothing that we all know are going to like that are smear questions. Like, oh, did you do this one thing that we in no way have proven is evil, but because we can, we're just going to assume that it's evil and it's going to determine nothing and it's not going to affect the outcome of this episode. Like,
well, they were trying to
people.
Well, they were trying to cover their their butts, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we all know what the objection is going to be. Like
right.
I mean, they don't seem to mind the writers don't seem to mind the excuse that they're just idiots. Like Romulus busts in on what's her Miss Heinous and like totally ruins everything, even as they're Romulus or what I know. Monster Hunter lady was there for whatever reason. I remember Romulus being there too.
No, he was like he came in with like the police or whatever to break up the party and like answer whatever.
Yeah, so Star like and Marco are all explaining what's going on, that they have nothing to contradict and nothing except prejudice in bold font, but that's what they're going with because they're just idiots. It's okay. They're just idiots. Like, but what's her name? Monster hunting lady won't lay off, even though it's nothing except the fact she hunts monsters. Why did like every other thing seem to go in one ear and out the other? She's just an idiot.
But actually, going off of that is because like I think we might that was the thing. So I just casually pointed out like, oh yeah, that when I emotionally scarred some teenagers might come back. I have a feeling like the questions that were asked will come back in the sense that like we never actually got to confirm really bad things that Eclipse could have possibly done.
Yeah.
So it's like they're asking basically questions that were for like racial reason, whatever, like basically reason that we don't consider evil, but like they say as justification.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling what's going to come back is Eclipse really did do some bad stuff or other stuff, but they didn't ask about that. So we as an audience, and also more importantly, Moon and Star don't know, like, oh yeah, Eclipse has a nasty side to her.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can still see them going the route of like, okay, it is still important to throw some caution in there to not just think you know it all, but they do seem a lot more intent on the and like the anti-prejudice, just like it's going to take a while to get there because they're just idiots, but yeah, they're totally wrong, and that's I mean, it seems like they're more intent on going that route, or at least close to it. But, although, I mean, I was like, I could still totally see Eclipsa as like a chaotic neutral, I guess, because we're all using that chart these days. But yeah, I could totally see her just like, I mean, Eclipsa's gonna Eclipsa like, but no, I never set out to hurt anybody, but I didn't say I did care about what doesn't sit so well with you.
No, actually, I think that is a good way to summarize how I feel they will eventually go with Eclipses. I feel she will be chaotic neutral, where like she's not evil, but she just basically does what she wants to. Which, when you have our access to like a reality warping wand, can be quite dangerous to everyone around you.
Yeah. Although on the other hand, they did have like, Eclipsa, did you marry someone that we consider unsuited for you or inappropriate? And Eclipsa, he's my beau. I was born this way. I look like I could totally.
She would probably be like, yes, of course I did, and I did many unsavory things with him.
Yeah, but no, like because of that route, like I could also see them totally like setting up Eclipsa as the born this way, be yourself, like don't let no one hold you back role model.
I
mean, I could see them having trouble resisting that approach too. So, yeah. Eclipsa married a monster. Be yourself, woman. Woo, woo, woo.
Well, I mean, like,
love is love. Even with a monster.
She sang "Let It Go" all the way over to his monster cave.
Actually, no. She said "Born This Way" and then "Let It Go" and then I have no idea.
I'm sorry. Like, whatever you guys are talking about, "Born This Way," all I'm thinking about is a stand now.
From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, because those are things in Part 8, and well, I can imagine her having a nice, cool touch to her, since the stand is all about like giving you the cold shoulder, as it were, whenever you open or shut something.
Yeah, and for the record, I wouldn't have a problem with them going any of these routes with Eclipsa. I kind of do have a problem with the route they're taking to get there, like sort of questions that are like quote unquote progress that's more skirting around what the point is going to be than walking a plot driven path to it, and then doing a little bit of that and then cutting away before anything is really answered. Like it feels less like a well thought out plot that is like getting us to the point, one step at a time, and like not telling us everything because it's skillful storytelling to show us the picture in a way that artfully unfolds. It feels less like that than wait, not yet. Here are the keys. Here are the keys. Oh nope, we took them away again. So yeah, if that makes any sense, that's kind of my problem.
Eclipsa's really starting to grow on me here. She's a bit of a rebel.
It's
and a freak.
Yeah.
And also someone who isn't ashamed by her actions, essentially, like just straight out saying, like, I left my married partner for a monster. Like that's how bored and tired he was. Like,
he must have been really bad. He must have been really bad. It's like I'm gonna I'd rather go with a monster.
They drew him like he was bad, like he was just this dickhead snob.
Okay, if I were in Eclipsa's shoes, I had that for a husband, I'd be like, what are the monsters doing? What are the monsters doing tonight?
I do kind of like. Admittedly, I do kind of like the question. Eclipsa, do you regret your action? No.
No. No, I don't. Not sorry.
And it's like, are you sure about it? You can't be held for like a redemption if you do so. No.
No.
I am not going to say sorry for any of my actions that I do. In fact, just saying sorry after you've been utterly be defeated by any enemy is just saying like your conviction is that weak, or your conviction was so wrong that you didn't realize it until it was too late. I'm just saying no to show the strength of my character right now.
Or she's just saying no because I don't know. She's got her ace in the hole. She's like, I know I can. He's like, I know I can freak you all out. I can either freak you all out, or I can just like I don't know, whoop you as soon as because I have star sympathy. And all I have to do is tell her something, and then she'll free me, and then I'll waste all of y'all.
Yeah, but it's like she's now got not just star but moon. That's kind of crazy. It's like
she's getting moon anyway. She's winning over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On that note, I'm wondering if we're ever gonna find out the specifics of this chapter she wrote and why it. If you're in fact, you're not attracted to, I guess, evil things, you're okay when you read it. But why, if you're Marco, you're floating in the air, exorcist possessed.
I'm just wondering, if they're
style possessed, rather.
I'm wondering if they're going to retcon that or if they're actually going to go deeper into that cutaway gag. Because right now, I don't want it to go the way of My Little Pony Season 4. Seriously. Those ending gags at the end of those ending gags at the end of the Season 4 early episodes. Like the pony.
You mean, yeah, okay, well, wait, I mean, those are just little cutaway gags, old-fashioned, what's the term? Not plot-driven cartoons used to do that all the time. I don't know. I guess if you're expecting too much from, or not too much, that sounds judgmental. If you're expecting a lot from them, I could see them being frustrating. But I never expected those ones to come back. I just thought they were going to be gags that if they felt like doing something with later, maybe, but had no intention to it. In the interim.
But seriously, I hope they come back to it, and I also hope they come back to the after effects of this proceeding, with especially with Hecapoo as the most relatable one. Romulus or Hecapoo? Which one would be the most relatable? Okay.
Oh wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, because
is relatable.
I guess in the dumb honest sense, yes. But Hecapoo's the last time we saw her before this, she was already breaking ties with Marco due to the butterfly things going on, which was influenced by Eclipsa.
Right.
So I guess now this means we're probably gonna have more leeway into talking with Romulus now, even though he was the instigator behind possibly halting stopping Meteora's escape, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Though then again, it's not Romulus who I'm upset with. I'm mostly upset with that one idiotic, stupid commander, which I hope she gets her comeuppance from Eclipsa soon.
Yeah.
Seriously, she is the worst character.
Well, who? Which one?
I didn't even like her premiere episode.
Which one?
The one crazy ant warrior battle goddess lady.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, she is literally the most unlikable crazy character.
You're talking about Mina?
Mina. Even her name is so minuscule that I barely remember it. Mina.
Yeah, I have a feeling the big bad.
She's mean. I'm sorry, I couldn't just go ahead.
I feel like she's going to probably be the big bad at the last 2 episodes or something like that. Someone who's a big enough of a threat, but sort of so on her own that she's not going to be kingdom shaping or something like that. She's feeling that she's going to come back in the last 2 episodes.
She's a crazy ex-head of the Royal Guard, essentially.
Right. She's an extremist. She's General Jack D. Ripper, except not funny.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that. It's okay, even River's family can have a bit more laughs than compared to Mina. It's at first, Star was all gushing over her, but the fact that she's been so disfranchised with her, especially with this season 3, episode 13, it's I'm liking where this is going. If it ends up with Star just basically KOing one of her own people, it's that might be a big stepping stone to a possible a Palpatine situation with Eclipsa, even if it's not completely evil at that point. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That plot line is already open.
True.
Please.
Eclipse is going to get started. Go Palpatine.
No.
Oh
Go
my God.
Vader. Go
Oh,
Vader.
yeah.
Go Vader. You know, Eclipse, Palpatine, Star,
That's
Vader.
what I should have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and then it's like, then that's how scary it gets. It's like, and at the end, like, we get like Ludo just coming in from like his self-imposed exile, and he's like, I can help save everyone. And it's like, that's when it just goes like, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Or even
Right.
better,
Whatever you know that just said.
no, it's like just basically like it'd be like a big turn. It's like Star's the one who's leaving via evil portal, but Ludo is coming in via like his own portal, just being like, okay, I'm gonna go save Star, or I'm gonna kill the princess. I don't know. It was just like sort of like a bit of like a world reversal stuff that was on. Like drinking. I had a drink.
He drank from the well.
Well,
Right.
I'm just looking at the abyss, and it stares right back at me every night.
It tells me it has cookies.
It tells me it wants me to dig deeper into the darkness, so it doesn't.
I have cookies.
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 Okay.
Cookies.
Okay.
That's good
But
enough for me.
Yep.
But seriously though, I really hope we get a Marco episode soon, because I'm starting to forget his existence.
Yeah, definitely. You got so involved with the butterfly family thing. I'm like, where's Marco?
Where's
He got
Squire
kind of
Marco?
screwed over, and like I think the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
And I think the next episodes are actually Marco's going to play a bigger role in the next two. Actually, I think
Hooray!
the second one's actually supposed to be a Marco's focused episode.
Thank God.
Nice.
Oh, this. Well, yeah, that's gonna be great for the hoodie wearing Squire. Like, I want some good to come his way, despite like his current situation. Like, he needs to look a bit of a win here or there for season 3. Season 3 is not his season at all, and they purposely made it that way.
Right.
Like it.
But that almost got me thinking about like Star's dilemma with historical revisionism, and like her taking such a big offense to all this. It's like, I have a feeling like if I'm following like your train of thought, second, like the lesson that she should learn from this is like not go completely extreme with like trying to make everything right, just trying to like shoot every inaccuracy wrong, because like it's supposed to be like a slow building course essentially of like just fixing up and accepting some things as the way they are, such as like she's still royalty, but even if it's like lies and such, like she shouldn't be like, okay, I'm really gonna have to forsake my crown over to Eclipse because it's like I just can't feel right about keeping this crown or keeping this wand when my parents are not even like, when my family's not even like actually connected to Eclipse in any way.
Right.
Almost
It's
like
like-
dictatorship doesn't work.
Yeah, dictatorships never work, and that's
Nope.
why.
Dictatorship. A lesson to learn. Future if you're thinking of running a dictatorship, don't.
Don't.
They don't
Go
work.
the Avatar route of like, okay, now yeah, we've been stuck like going by lands that have kings and stuff so far. Now we get to the part where we say that that's not actually how it should work.
Pretty soon we're gonna have president immunity for
Oh,
2020.
Oh no. No.
All right.
Right.
I watch
Challenged by a big orange orangutan also running for election.
Dude, I watch cartoons to get away from politics, not be reminded of them.
I'm sorry, Jen, but they're already spreading. Look at Gumball.
Make me great again.
Oh dear.
I've been
Well,
hearing.
Get rid of those monsters.
Oh dear.
Look at the monster candidates. They're really shaping up to be like the least favorable party to win, despite the fact that they now have a bit of power due to the whole Eclipse play that was revealed on the court trial. Oh my God! Now I'm thinking about Rick and Morty. God dang it! Season 3, Rick and Morty. If no one gets it, choose the Morty candidate. He won't disappoint you.
Fair enough.
uh, but let's see. Anything else?
Hmm. Nope.
Good stuff, all in all.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Have we talked enough about Dennis yet?
Oh yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention, which it's not really because I'm not even sure if he'll be a main recurring character, but I actually wanted him to like interact and like go like do something with Star because we've seen him interacting with the Moon before and now with his brother, but we haven't really seen him interact with people that are good too much.
Actually, didn't he ask Queen Muni to make sure his brother was okay or something like that?
That's what I said. He interacted with Moon before.
Yeah,
but he didn't react. Like that's like the only one. Like I just sort of like seems like an interesting parallel. Like we just haven't had him and Star actually meet yet.
Although the show does have a lot of characters now who just like occasionally come back and just otherwise doing what they do. Buff Frog, for example. I don't know if this guy's going to end up being kind of similar. Like he's there, but he's just kind of battling, like having his own little story that he's the star of off to the side that isn't interesting enough to warrant full main character status.
Like we call this series Dennis versus the Forces of Muni.
Ooh, interesting.
Dennis versus the Forces of Muni. He's going to pay prejudice in the face by hanging out with people and flying away.
Hitting typewriters.
We're gonna see him do some science with some magic, with some bottles.
Yeah. The new sequel series coming 2019, Dennis and Bird.
That'd be funny.
Dennis and Bird! It's like he doesn't care about me anymore, says the bird, cheeping along. It's like, don't worry, Bird. Don't worry. I'll make sure that he won't look at Spider any longer. Because Dennis, as he plots out the first season of assassinating Spider, the Spider's already on to him. It's like, I'm not making me a widow here.
I will not be a Black Widow.
I will not be a Black Widow. Down, Dennis! Get back here, Spider! You're on the spotlight, Joseph Bird!
That's so funny.
And then, like, he manages able to show up one of her eyes and is like, you have stained my vision.
We'll say Spider is probably either the second or the third cutest spider I have ever seen now.
Oh my god. Are you talking about, like, that one cute spider, Ica?
I don't know who Ica is. I know Charlotte from Charlotte's Web, and I know Lucas the Spider.
Oh, Lucas. It's Lucas.
Okay.
It's Lucas that I was referring to. I forgot his name. But, wait, no. We're forgetting about Spider with a top hat. How could we forget about Spider with a top hat?
How could we forget about it?
Well, I can see Spider with a top hat being like, well, I consider myself more handsome than cute.
But seriously, though, Star has a way of making certain creatures look appealing and certain things about humanity a lot less appealing. It's like beauty is on the eye of the beholder, and for Eclipse's sake, it's like, I want a big, muscly monster band to do the monster bash for me.
And she loved them monster muscles.
The Monster Bash, the copyright-friendly Monster Mash.
Yes.
And once again, but this can't be said enough. Eclipse is a freak.
Freak in the sheets, as Eclipse for you. She always eclipses with her sheet.
Hey, the adult-oriented spinoff coming soon.
It's probably already happened.
The fan fictions everywhere.
Oh, the dojin. Oh, I'm waiting for the doujinshis to get running. Oh man, that's nightmare. That's nightmare fuel waiting to happen.
I'm just now. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about something interesting. Okay, this is a crazy one-off question based on like some of the stuff we currently watch. What would you say about a death battle between Eclipse from Star versus against Haggis from Voltron.
Who?
You mean
Oh,
Hagar?
yeah,
You mean
the-
Hagar?
Yeah, Hagar.
Altarian witch lady.
Yes.
We know nothing about how strong Eclipse is, so I mean,
Right.
as far as predicting winners, yeah, we probably couldn't.
Yeah, that's true. Just crazy ramble. Just crazy ramble. I'm just thinking because like I have a strong feeling it's like Eclipse could just be like, I'm gonna convince you to go play for my team until I backstab you.
Right.
Like that's what I feel like about with that. It's like because like basically Hagar is just like so convolutedly paranoid and such. Like she would give in into trusting into someone after like they would heighten their paranoia to a point about all other external stimuli.
Right.
Yeah. But let's see. But I'm really appreciating all the morally ambiguous characters, especially following the D&D chart of alignments.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like D&D's making like a popularity return for the pop culture of the nerds.
It's possible.
You ever leave the pop culture of the nerds?
No, never.
Mm.
It's like once it's in there, once it's ingrained, it's in there forever.
That's true. We nerds don't forget very easily.
Nerds never forget.
We never forget about the dark times.
Nope.
And we
Yeah, we-
never forgive.
And
Yes.
yep, nerds don't forget, and neither do they forgive.
I mean,
What don't we forgive? Granted,
Jar Jar.
like, yeah.
We don't forget Jar Jar. Nope. We don't.
Right.
We don't. And anyone who does, well, I'd say that's okay. You've just qualified yourself, I say, for like maybe 5% of sainthood. You're on the path. You're on the path to sainthood.
I don't forgive Jar Jar, but after seeing like so much quote unquote comedy these days, be like, we're going to, get the funnier by making it even more in your face, even more obvious. I'm like, oh, Jar Jar, come back and be subtle. Yeah, comparatively speaking, I mean. Like if Jar Jar was the main character of iCarly, I would have clawed my eyes out much later down the line.
Oh my god, if Jar Jar even touched it and even tried to be like, ooh, so look at this camera. I'm trying to be a star on the internet. And just be like, you've ruined what was Shredder's Bakery.
Jar Jar ruining iCarly web show by being Jar Jar and ruining her being Carly, that would have made that show entertaining for me.
Right.
Whoa.
I would have been much happier.
Whoa. You're touching a holy place for me, second. A place in which got me inspired to actually do internet stuff, dude.
Ooh,
iCarly is not internet stuff people do. It's two girls jumping up and down in front of a camera and a bunch of studio executives telling us it's funny.
Well, no, in the case of here, it got me the idea of like, maybe I should make my own show. Not the same as them, but maybe I can make my own show. Though I'm always debating about it because I never find a perfect solution for it based on my reactional personality. But it's now it's like, guys.
All right, but I guess we need to start wrapping up. We're getting away from Disney. Well, ironically, this is a Disney show.
Oh,
Yep, that's a Nickelodeon show we're talking about.
Let's
go back to hating on Hannah Montana or Good Luck Charlie or Zach and Cody.
This is 8-bit reactions. There is no train, and if there is, it's not going to stay on the tracks very long.
Yeah, especially for the likes of us, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Runaway train never coming back.
Wrong
way on a one-way track.
Runaway
Don't have to
train
be
burning in my face.
Somewhere. Something, never gonna care.